Well, hey, preschool parents, this is Jeff, and I want to present to you a couple of ideas for some family activities that you could do with your preschooler at home to reinforce the Bible lesson that we heard this week and also the big idea that we can pray to Jesus anytime, anywhere, about anything. And for this first one, I'm calling it Shake It Up. And all that you need to do this are some blocks or some bricks, something that I bet that you have around your house if you've got preschoolers around there. I think most preschoolers have some blocks that they love to play with. And so here's the idea. I want you to get on the floor with your preschooler and get a towel or a blanket down there and begin to build a block tower. Something that my kids always loved to do. Now, one of the things I love to do as a parent is at some point knock over their block tower, and that just means that we had to build it again, right? But this one I actually would love for you to knock down together. I'd love you to take the corners of their blanket when you're all done, and then shout the word earthquake, and then flap that towel, flap that blanket, let the blocks go flying, let your kid giggle and giggle and giggle, and do that with them a few times. You know when they start to look like they're wearing out of the activity, but I bet 2, 3, 4 times they'd be happy to do that and let blocks fly. Kids love building towers, and they love seeing them knocked down too. Now, in our Bible story this week, we read a story in Acts chapter 16 about a big earthquake that God sent at a prison where a couple guys named Paul and Silas had been arrested. They had been praying and singing all night to God, asking God to help them, and God responded by sending this earthquake. So after you have a whole lot of fun building and knocking down these towers, there's a couple questions that you can ask your kids. So the big question is this: what do you think it would feel like to be in an earthquake? Maybe they've been in one, maybe they haven't, probably not. Maybe you've been in one and you can describe what that feeling is like. But give them a chance to wonder what being in an earthquake is like. And then ask them, do you remember the Bible story from this week? And this is a perfect chance to tell them that story or to play a video of that story. Now, I think it's a great thing to have a kid's Bible around the house. I've got this one that I bought for the Journeys Crossing building. We use this in our ministry right here. It's got tons and tons of stories in it. It has this one right here. Most kids' Bibles will have this story of Paul and Silas in prison and being freed by an earthquake. But there's also tons of Bible apps that do this. I mean, I just put in the Google Play Store kids Bible app, and I got a whole list of them. A couple of my favorites, the favorite one that my kids have liked is the Bible app for kids. Also, Superbook has one that has some nice stuff, has some videos in it. They both have videos of these Bible stories, which kids love watching these short videos on Bible stories. So build a tower, let it fall down, ask them what they think it feels like to be in an earthquake, and then tell the Bible story or watch the Bible story together of Paul and Silas in prison, and then them praying to God and God responding by sending this earthquake to allow them not only to go free, but to tell the jailer about Jesus and see the jailer's entire family believe in Jesus that night. And then when you're done, remind them of our big idea this week, that we can pray to Jesus anytime, anywhere, about anything. This is a short activity. It'll take you probably 5 to 10 minutes to do as a family, but so important for your kids to stay connected to Jesus all throughout the week. Even as we get back to be in person at church together, super important to do. So have fun with that. Like I said, my kids have always loved building towers and especially having Dad knock them over. So have a whole lot of fun with this week as you help reinforce this big idea for your kids that we can pray to Jesus anytime, anywhere, about anything. Bye-bye, guys.